Hi, everyone. It's Tuesday the 12th, and I'm glad to have you spending a little time with us this evening. A bit warmer, milder, perhaps is more appropriate, of an evening than last, certainly more than a bit. And we've still got a continued climb weather-wise, temperature-wise. Some shower chances in there, yeah, sure, but no frost. No snow, obviously. No cold temperatures. We're going to continue to improve up into the 80s this weekend. I'll lay it out for you in an updated forecast in just a few moments. A lot happening on the national level today. Of course, we don't focus on national news much, but right now a lot happening on the national level that affects all Americans, and of course that includes us. And I'll have a few updates from Washington and a few bits of information. We will have the Paintsville City Council meeting last evening. They met, actually held a meeting, a very sparsely populated meeting as far as their seating arrangement is concerned and with their masks on, but a meeting nonetheless. A bit of normalcy there. A couple of things we'll touch on in regards to that meeting briefly, and a whole lot of other news and information, and an update from our Public Health Director, Pete Shepard, in just a few moments. A woman out of Jackson, in our first follow-up from around the region, Teresa Merced, 81 years of age, was officially sentenced this week to 5 months in prison and 5 months of home detention in order to pay $55,000 in fines by Danny Reeves, Chief U.S. District Judge. This was after she was convicted of soliciting kickbacks from a toxicology laboratory in exchange for urine drug testing referrals, lying to law enforcement agents about the kickbacks that she got, and then trying to cover up the kickbacks by requesting the alteration of certain financial records. She was the office manager of a substance abuse treatment clinic in Jackson and previously admitted that between December of 18 and then August of last year, she solicited kickbacks from the CEO of a toxicology lab in exchange for urine test referrals. In August of 19, the CEO delivered a $4,000 check to her as part of a larger package of promised inducements, which she caused to be cashed. She was also questioned about the check by law enforcement agencies as well, denied knowledge of it, and then, of course, attempted to cover it. The 81-year-old sentenced to, again, 5 months in prison, 5 months probation. We'll be talking more about it a little bit later on, and I meant to do that today and just couldn't make it happen time-wise. But just to let you know, and a reminder, of course, the election, the May primary, is scheduled for June the 23rd. You should be getting a postcard from the State Board of Election. All registered voters should be telling us of changes and how to get a ballot. This is going to be an absentee election for us here in Kentucky for most everyone. So you need to make sure that your voter registration address is correct. The best thing and the easiest way, go to govoteky.com, and you can also, of course, call your local clerk's office as well. Govoteky.com. The last day to register is the 26th of this month, by the way. All registered voters should request a paper ballot be mailed to your address in order to vote. You have to vote paper this time. Most everyone. I'll have those exceptions in just a second. And the ballots have to be mailed back to your clerk's office no later than June the 23rd, postmarked that day, of course, the day of the election. They're also, I believe, going to put a secure drop box, ballot box inside the courthouses as well across Kentucky. You can request a ballot by as well calling your clerk's office. We may have a local email address for you as well later, and the state is going to have an online portal, a website that will be available through the State Board of Elections website in a few weeks. I'll let you know when it is, where you can go there and that will require some personally identifiable information, but where you can also request a ballot there. There will be no polling places open this election. As we briefly discussed before, there will be one voting machine available that will be in the courthouse at the clerk's office that will be for appointment only, and they ask that you reserve that only for those who may have disabilities or may not have an address and otherwise cannot get an absentee ballot. So a big adjustment, a big adjustment election-wise. We'll be reminding you about that. We'll be getting some more details from our county clerk, Renee Arnott Shepard, very soon. On the national level, real quickly, I spent some time today watching the hearings that were being held. Dr. Fauci, the White House Coronavirus Task Force lead doctor, he did warn today those before him in the Senate Health Committee that reopening the economy in this nation before certain checkpoints that have been established by the Trump administration Doing so could bring serious consequences. He says that if some areas, cities, or states do not pay attention and they go over those barriers, jump those barriers, he says, or checkpoints, and prematurely open up without having the capability of being able to respond effectively and efficiently, he says it's his concern that we will start to see spikes that might turn into outbreaks. He says prematurely lifting coronavirus restrictions, closing schools and businesses, and limiting travel could lead to more, quote, suffering and death, and, quote, turn the clock back instead of going forward. He says that he thinks we're going in the right direction, but that does not mean we by any means have total control of this outbreak. Now, he was met with some friction earlier today as well. Fauci saying the government is focusing on several different vaccine candidates, saying there's no guarantee that a vaccine is going to be effective. With, by the way, Assistant Secretary of Health Admiral Giroir saying that so far the United States has done about 9 million COVID tests, and they hope to be able to do 40 to 50 million a month by sometime this summer or fall. As for the friction with Fauci, that was from our own Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, who had a bit of a back and forth with the head of the coronavirus task force earlier today. Senator Paul of Kentucky telling the public health official that he was not the end all when it came to the coronavirus pandemic, and predictions that he says have been wrong one after the other. Paul, of course, our Kentucky senator, and still the only senator in the U.S. that has confirmed or had a confirmed case of COVID-19, of which he has since recovered, said the public health response to the pandemic has been full of wrong predictions one after the other, and that Fauci should not be the one making decisions on issues outside of his wheelhouse. Fauci responding, saying that he's never made himself to be the end-all. He considers himself a, quote, scientist, physician, and public health official, giving advice only on the best scientific evidence and not on economics, talking about opening schools, as he was pressed by Senator Paul. Fauci saying that a lot of things we don't know. There are a lot of things that we don't know about this virus and how it affects our children, and for that we should be careful and not cavalier. And real quickly, one more on the national level. They're calling it the HEROES Act. It's $3 trillion worth of the HEROES Act. Democrats in the House have made their official unveiling of their latest proposal today. It's $3 trillion in new spending. 1/3 of that, or $1 trillion, going to state, local governments, tribal governments as well. Another round of those stimulus checks that will go out to most all Americans, up to $6,000 per household. Another $600, or extending the $600 extra in weekly unemployment insurance through January. There's $175 billion that would subsidize rent and mortgage payments. There's $200 billion in the HEROES Fund to ensure essential workers get and receive hazard pay during the pandemic. It would also provide $75 billion for testing, contact tracing, and treatment for victims, as well as support for hospitals and healthcare providers. It would also expand the SNAP benefits, food assistance to struggling families through a 15% increase. Small businesses and nonprofits of any size would also have more. It's undefined what more means, but more access to the Paycheck Protection Program. And the legislation would also add $10 billion to emergency disaster grants. And if you've heard anything at all on this, you've also heard that the Republicans say they're not voting on anything, any more stimulus, any new packages till after the Memorial Day holiday, when they are set to come back the day after. There's your national update as it pertains to us in a nutshell, a local update as it pertains to us after these messages. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400.
With the power to bring us together even when we're far apart, we keep families connected. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
A message from the Fraser's Prater Drug Store and Seasonal Shop families. Prater Drug wants you to know that you can now call, use Facebook, or use our Refill RX app to get your prescriptions refilled. And the drugstore also has designated curbside pickup parking in front of and behind the store. Simply call 349-3135. And at the Seasonal Shop, they're still posting new arrivals and taking orders with free shipping on most everything anywhere in the entire United States. And they're offering scheduled curbside pickup. Just message them on Facebook, Instagram, or email at seasonalshop@yahoo.com. Fraser's Prater Drug Store and the Seasonal Shop says let's all do what we can to help and protect our neighbors and loved ones. Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work don't stop. Disability and SSI cases don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland and Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. Call McFarland and Tinker and let them take care of them for you. There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And just in time for warm weather, they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785. On last night's program, our mayor and public health director, Pete Shepard, told us of a case in Floyd County of COVID-19, which has an effect on a Magoffin County business, a Sagersville business, and the individuals who work there, at least some. In an update tonight, I spoke with Shepard just a few moments ago via the telephone to get today's test results for Magoffin County.
I want everybody to know that there was a positive case in Floyd County. Now that person works in a business in the city of Sayersville. They found that out. She tested positive, and it was on Saturday. The business has been notified. That business had been closed to the public. Nobody was in and out. It was just the people inside the business that was working it that had been exposed. They've all been sent home and isolated, and everything is going. The person that was positive has no symptoms, and they are at home too for the 14 days. And it's being monitored by the Floyd County Health Department. That since an individual lives in Floyd County, then they have jurisdiction over monitoring and contacting the people and making sure everything goes along the way the protocol calls for with the state.
That was Pete Shepard's remarks. Those were Pete Shepard's remarks last evening when he first made the announcement. I did just get off the phone with him a few moments ago. No new update in regards to that particular case from Floyd County as it affects the Sagersville and Magoffin County business. He did say that those individuals who were co-workers who may have shared some space in the same building are home isolating. Any results for those individuals, test results that is, are still pending, but that no one was showing any sign or symptom of COVID-19, as neither was the individual from Floyd County, which tested positive. Shepard did confirm, however, that to date, and that is just as of an hour ago, a total of 358 people from Magoffin County have now been tested. 21 of those tests are pending and recent, with now, including the new results back this morning, all that have come back for Magoffin County still stand as negative, with a total of 337. One more quick reminder, I'm still trying to find out more. I think that the situation is still a bit of an unknown as far as a break in the pavement is concerned on Johnson Fork and Route 134. It's still kind of settling, I think, and there's going to be some stability there before they can go in possibly and drive some steel. I'm not sure, but as soon as we find out how long 134 right there at the mouth of Cow Creek is going to be closed completely, I will let you know, but it is closed indefinitely. Anyone who travels 134 in this area knows the break has been there for a while, and I actually got to see it when it kind of first happened a few months ago now, and it's gradually gotten worse, but kind of here all at once, it's gotten much worse, much faster, and now both lanes of 134 in this area, just near the intersection with Cow Creek Road, are closed indefinitely. We understand that the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet out of Jackson is in charge and will be conducting the repairs. We're waiting for more word on drilling contractors and when they will be coming to the area to start this project. They say that they are trying to get it done as soon as possible, but it's still an unknown as to how long the repairs will take. So you've got to use the Parkway, Route 30, 460, Route 7 as a detour for the foreseeable future, and they say please pay attention and obey the road closed signs and barricades. Here's tonight's calendar. I think a couple of announcements, maybe one quick reminder, and it's always, of course, brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau. One more reminder that the Spring Energy Assistance Program through the Big Sandy Area Community Action Program in McGoffin and Johnson County is still ongoing. Another round of LIHEAP energy assistance through the end of June. You have to make an appointment, so you need to call. You can do so toll-free at 877-792-2219. Here locally in McGoffin County, it's 349-2217, I think. Or you can go online at bsacap.org/bookings to make your appointment to get some LIHEAP energy assistance. And you can call me or email or Facebook or however you can get your calendar announcement to me, and we'll be sure to tell everyone about it. Birthdays and anniversaries, too. From there, funeral service announcements sponsored nightly by the McGoffin County Funeral Home, beginning with the passing of 78-year-old Robert Lee Conley of Sagersville, who passed away Sunday, survived by his wife Helen Roark Conley and daughter Vanetta Hazlett, as well as 2 brothers and 4 sisters. In addition to his parents, Robert Lee is preceded in death by 2 brothers as well. Services, private and graveside, will be held for immediate family tomorrow at the Patrick Lovely Cemetery on Johnson Fork. 77-year-old Wayne Hensley of Sagersville passed away Monday of this week. He's survived by his wife of 51 years, Zelda Combs Hensley, and 2 sons, Lauren David and Daniel Wayne, and 4 grandchildren, 1 brother and 1 sister. Private graveside services for immediate family are going to be held in Wayne's honor this Thursday from the Mose Howard Cemetery at Coon Creek. 49-year-old David Bailey of Royalton passed away yesterday. Funeral arrangements for Mr. Bailey are being arranged at this time and to be announced soon from the Sagersville Funeral Home. Again, that's 49-year-old David Bailey of Royalton. And I've also just been told of the passing of 54-year-old Ronnie Prater of Sagersville, who passed away on today's date. Arrangements, too, for Ronnie Prater, incomplete at this hour, but to be announced soon by the McGoffin County Funeral Home.
Hello, Connor Hutchison for Hutch Auto Group. I've been out of school and quarantined with my Uncle Bob for over a month, and he wants me to tell you what I've learned. You'll never pay too much when you buy from Hutch.
Now that is one smart kid. That's why I gave him this shirt.
You made me pay for the shirt.
Yes, I did. You'll find all the national incentives on our 8 franchises, like 0% interest for 84 months, deferred payments for up to 6 months. Remember, the Hutch Guarantee.
Times have changed, now and suddenly more than ever. Our lobbies might be closed, but the Sagersville National Bank wants to remind our customers that we're still here, we're still working to provide our community with as many services as possible. During this time especially, we encourage all of our customers to take advantage of all the options we offer to manage your accounts from the convenience of your home. 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, 24-hour telephone banking, remote deposit, automatic loan payments, and wire transfers are also still available to our customers. And we're still here during our normal hours. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5. And the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Meet Silas. Silas is absolutely an adorable hunk of love and has all the hugs and kisses to prove it. He is super smart, potty trained, about 3 years old and about 60 pounds, and he is ready for adoption. He's our pet of the week. Our pet of the week, sponsored by Dr. Tom Abel of Able Eyes in Lexington, who wants to remind us all to stay safe, stay home, and his office will be back open before you know it. Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by. For huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. All Pro understands that we are all just trying to make it through these most difficult of times, and they want you to know that they're here to help with any repairs or projects that you need done. Big or small, doesn't matter. They've got 0% financing for 18 months and long-term financing if you need it. If you need anything, from a new gutter to a new house or a new garage, call All Pro Gutter Works and Construction, 349-9999.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Hey everybody, your Sagersville Lees just wanted to let you know that it's still here. It's gone so well that they're going to keep right on for as long as possible with the $5 off coupon for the 16 or 20-piece family pack meal deals at your Sagersville Lees. That's 16 or 20 pieces of chicken any way you like it with all the sides for all the family, $5 off. With the $5 coupon that's in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent, and Lee's is giving away a Sagersville Independent with every purchase, so there you go. The paper's free, the coupon's free, and you get $5 off only at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe. Next, an update from our governor, Andy Beshear, as he has done daily now since the pandemic began.
So today's number of new cases is 191, which leads us to a total after duplicates and out-of-state folks removed of 6,853, 6,853. 25 of those are probable. The rest are lab confirmed. Those come out of a total number of tests of 110,609. Our numbers are shooting up on testing, and I think we will see even more. And I think we're very quickly surpassing a number of other states that were around where we've been, and I think we'll even have better news in days to come. Our challenge is not going to be capacity. It's going to be getting each and every one of you out there to go and to get tested. And you should. You should, because you should know if you're exposing your family or your coworkers or the rest. We need you to get tested.
In addition to those new tests today, bringing us close to the 7,000 mark, the governor announced 10 additional deaths for a total of 321 Kentuckians that we have lost. Reminding everyone that early models said that we could lose as many as 80,000 Kentuckians from the pandemic had we not reacted. He also informed us and gave an update on what is now the second child or minor in Kentucky with COVID-19, or another one at least, a 16-year-old who is in the hospital out of an abundance of caution. But in an update on the 10-year-old that is on a ventilator that the governor mentioned yesterday, he confirmed that that was a pediatric multi-system inflammatory syndrome case, similar to what we've been hearing coming out of New York affecting children, similar to what we heard coming out of other countries affecting children. Still an unknown that is being compared to the likes of Kawasaki's disease and other immune system illnesses, but still, once again, a great unknown, and confirming that it is now a case involving a Kentucky child at the age of 10. He also mentioned that the warmer weather, as was thought, which might be a hindrance to the spread of COVID-19, reports are now that that might not actually be the case. And he also gave an example of the CDC putting out data that says, just for an example, one church choir, talking about a group of people singing, could infect 87% of that group just from their singing and just by having one meeting and doing so. And it's time for your Licking Valley RACC Outlook, and it looks much nicer than it has for days. I have no mention of frost, a few mentions of thunderstorms, nothing real severe as of right now, but a possibility thereof. Nevertheless, Bottom line is that we're still going to see temperatures climb close to 60 tomorrow, but definitely into the 80s by the end of the week. Yeah, a little good news tonight via the forecast, and it actually goes in timing with the weekend, which is, not always the case around here. We are going to see another cold night tonight, cooler, not as cold as the past few, but 43 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Well, that will all wrap up your Tuesday with nothing more than a light and variable wind. So we'll start off tomorrow a little bit on the milder side at around 43, 44 degrees when you get up in the morning. We will see a 30% chance of showers on your Wednesday. This is mainly after 5 o'clock. We're going to see more clouds than sun tomorrow. And by, like I say, tomorrow afternoon, 4 or 5, shower chances work their way in to the tune of 30%. Still not getting real warm tomorrow. We're holding on to the upper 50s, pretty much close to today's conditions. And a 30% chance of showers lingers up till about 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Still cloudy, but look at the lack of a temperature swing here. We've got warm air coming in, and we're going to start to feel that tomorrow because we're not going to fall very far. We have a 3-degree difference in tomorrow's daytime high and tomorrow night's low because warm air is on its way. And we're going to see a 20-degree jump from tomorrow into your Thursday. Thursday, yeah, a 10% chance of some lingering showers before 9. Forget that. Didn't even put it on the screen. Should have mentioned it. Partly sunny skies around 79. We will see breezy conditions, south-southwest 5 to 9 or 10 on average, maybe gusts upwards of 18. But a sunny, slight breezy day on your Thursday with nighttime lows again steady at 56 degrees across the board for the next several nights. And for your Friday, yeah, there's a 30% chance of showers in the mid-afternoon as we start to warm up, but the bottom line is we will warm up. We'll hit the 80s. Mostly sunny skies for your Friday and a lingering 30% chance of some showers. Maybe thunderstorms before 7 or so Friday night. And then for your weekend, drum roll, please. Saturday, almost a mirror image. We're talking about a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, waning to about 20% as Saturday goes on, but partly sunny, low 80s. Sunday, warmer still, partly sunny, 84. And a 50% chance of showers. Yeah, a decent shot of some showers and thunderstorms Sunday evening more so than early Sunday. So we could see a complete dry weekend. We could see a few light showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two pop up as well. So just going to have to play it by ear. Sunday 84, partly sunny, like I said, a 50% chance. Monday 75, mostly sunny and 30. Tuesday of next week, upper 70s, mostly sunny and dry. It's going to wrap it up for tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow night talking about a couple of special reports coming out in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent and more. Hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.